Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. I know you're like, what girl, what is going on? So many people have been asking me about my skincare and makeup routine. By so many, I mean there were like 3. But that's more than one. But I figured I could yap, but also tell you about it. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this video together because I'm obviously not in my bathroom, so I'm not gonna be washing my face right now. I already washed my face this morning, and there's a lot of like caveats and stuff. So I think most people know, but I just want to put it here. I am not a dermatologist. I'm not a licensed esthetician. I am simply a skincare enthusiast, and this is what works for me. So if you have concerns, obviously consult professionals. But again, this is what works for me. So my topic for today of yapping, I have been thinking about this, especially with Beyonce concert tickets going on recently, or just going on sale, about all the things that have continued to go up in price but not necessarily change in value, and we just keep paying for it. And so I had some examples of myself. I had some examples I came up with myself, but I also asked people on Instagram their thoughts on like certain things that have just continued to go up, but the quality has not necessarily matched. So I just want to kind of go through that and then also tell you about this. Now, skincare and makeup. I am a skincare girly, as most of you know. I love it. I consider it a hobby, although my hobby is kind of on pause because I don't have extra money to be trying new products and things. So I really just have been using what I have and just repurchasing when something is empty, which reminds me, some of these I need to repurchase because they're about to run out. But I love trying new skincare. I'm very fortunate that I don't have sensitive skin, so I can try a lot of things and usually don't have adverse reactions. Now makeup, I don't have a lot here, and it's because I don't wear a lot, and that's not in a I'm better than you, I don't have to wear makeup. I used to be like that, but that is now why at my big age I'm not good at makeup, because I was a hating ass bitch back in the day, okay? But I guess grew up more tomboyish, and I was like, I don't feel a need to wear makeup. And then as I got older, I just was like, wasn't focused on it, didn't learn. So it's very basic, but I'll show you what I have. Anyway, some things to mention about skincare. My biggest secret, why does your skin always look so great? There are 2 things. One is lighting. I always try to have good lighting. There's a light behind me, like behind this camera right here, because lately it's just been rainy and overcast, or I film in front of a window with really good natural lighting. I tried to take a video, I may insert it here, of like me turning off the light, turning around, showing different lighting, where I'll look different. Like, you'd look different in different lighting, right? If you don't have good lighting, you can look dark, the shadowed, like I feel like my bags are more apparent in certain lights. You probably see in the video where you could really see my mustache. It has been shaved at this point, but lighting is a big thing, which I think, to be sidetracked for a moment, it's so easy to fake things online. And I'm not even talking about AI, but lighting. Like, a lot of times I feel very insecure. I may have like a large pimple, or I do have hyperpigmentation on my chin, but in good lighting, not anything I'm manipulating on the camera either. I really have not looked into all this camera can do. I've hit buttons on accident, but I've changed nothing on the camera. I don't edit any color correction in my video editing, which sometimes I probably should, because sometimes I feel like I'm a little orange, but it is literally just lighting itself. Getting in good light can change how you look. Like, it really does. Like, my one bathroom, in my main bathroom, it has the lights that came with the house, and I hate how I look in that mirror. But we redid our guest bathroom. It has a different mirror. It has different light bulbs and a different shape, style of how the light shines down, and I love how I look in that mirror. So lighting is a big thing. So just keep that in mind when you see people like, oh, look at me, I have good glass skin. Lighting, and like when they filmed the video, like, did they just put on all of these products and then they're like in beautiful lighting? That's why they look like that. They can still have really clear skin, but I'm just saying, like, that's gonna make it look even more like the glass skin, right? And another thing is, sadly, genetics. I did not win the genetics lottery and other things. Like, I don't have a big old booty. I'm not like naturally athletically built or anything. Like, there's some different downsides of genetics, but my mom has great skin and hasn't had to do anything. And I have also benefited from that. Now, that is not to say that I don't take care of my skin also, because when I don't, you know, when I've gone through whatever, you know, if it's a bad mental health period or before I really got into skincare, my skin can get dull. It does like to act up around ovulation time and all of that mess. But so I don't want to discount skincare total, because some people are like, it doesn't matter. I think it does matter. It just depends on what your needs are and what you want your skin to look like, right? I'm also not gonna show you every single product that I use, because again, I say I like to use skincare, I like to try different things. So I still have a lot of products and I switch back and forth. I don't use the same thing every single day, because I use skincare based on what my face needs. So I know that at a certain time I'm like, oh, I have, like I said, genetics, never suffered from acne as a youth, but now in my 30s, I tend to once a month get cystic acne on my chin. It's fucking rude. And so when that happens, then I'm using different products. Or if I have, especially in the summer, using a lot of sunscreen, I'm gonna oil or double cleanse more. Like, I didn't bring my oil cleanser in here right now. So it just depends on how I'm feeling, what I've done that day, what I use. But I brought in here like my ride or dies that will constantly be repurchased to show you, right? So I don't know how to do this amidst the thing, but hold on. So I screenshotted people's responses from my Instagram post. So again, things that have changed in price, but not in quality, but we keep paying for them. And so let's see. Someone said the answer is everything. I feel like that's correct. Also, I have been bored with drinking out of my water bottle. Like, I don't reach for it. And I've been saving jars and I have been using them. And this is an old pickle jar, Clausen pickles to be precise, because it's the best pickle. And this is now my favorite water drinking vessel. I don't know, I'm just like chugging. So that's 24 fluid ounces. And I've been drinking more water that way than through my Owala. I washed her, put her in the cabinet. She's not going anywhere. But for now, I'm drinking out of this glass and loving it. That's coffee. A protein coffee. Okay, clothing. Oh my God. We all know how terrible clothing is these days, with how hard it is to get something that will last a long time. I feel like, even though I know a lot of us are talking about fabrics and materials, which is really great. I've been educated a lot on that now in the last couple years, but I still feel that even at stores like H&M 10 years ago, Zara, American Eagle, like, not these high-end clothing stores, you could still get things. Like, I used to shop there, especially H&M, and in college I had to buy a lot of, like, you know, business professional wear or whatever for like clubs I was in, and I had those things for years. Like, things I've only gotten rid of most of them because they don't fit, because I was obviously a different size. But like, maybe because I learned how to wash clothes in middle school, because let me tell you, young Jessica, okay, Limited 2, Bedazzled, or like things. I remember I had this like butterfly shirt. It had a 3D texture on it, and my mama washed it just with everything else, and she ruined the shirt. And she was like, well, if you want your stuff, blah, 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 you gonna wash clothes on your own. And I did. I started in middle school washing my clothes on my own, because I'm like, you're not gonna ruin my favorite shirt. So maybe that's why I just know how to take care of my clothes. But I'm like, I felt like those pieces used to be able to last a long time, and now they're even worse. But it just seems like now that they've gone up in price, it is wild. I really hate it. And so I, in the last several years, have been, because I used to just be like, oh, I need clothes, so I'm just gonna buy a bunch of cheap clothes. And so in the last several years, I've been buying clothes slower. I obviously I love Patagonia, but 98% of the Patagonias that I own, because I do own several, I bought secondhand. They have a website called Wornwear, and people will sell them back to Patagonia, and they are like, they're in great condition. And then you just wash it when it comes out. But yeah, I bought most of my Patagonia secondhand. But then like, I've just been like, okay, well, I could go buy these cheap pants from H&M, or I could spend more money and get this nice pair of jeans from this place. So that's how I've been trying to shop. And like, it's been years now, still looking for a really good black leather jacket, but like real leather, because I'm sorry, pleather is just plastic. Vegan leather is just plastic. So yeah, clothing, my God. Okay, I'm gonna interrupt with some products, okay? For skincare, right? This cleanser by PREQUEL, it's called their Glenser. Sorry, okay, I be using her. This thing is massive. This is 13.5 ounces. I think it's $20 or 400 milliliters, $20, $22 maybe. Amazing, hydrating. This has a bunch of glycerin, 50% glycerin. And I don't know about you, but I be dry. I have combination skin, so I'm oily here, but I be's dry, and this is the best. They also now have a salicylic one. But I have a different cleanser that I use. I don't know if I brought it in here. I'm not like super loyal to any salicylic acid cleanser, but the one I currently use is from Dr. Dennis Gross, and I do really like that one. But this is my girl, because I don't use a cleanser with actives every day, because that's too much. But so much product, so good. This brand was formulated by a dermatologist, and so she makes a lot of things, especially great for people who have sensitive skin or rosacea. So cleanser, amazing. Another thing from the same brand, PREQUEL, this is hypochlorous acid. I like to put this in my gym bag, because if I'm sweaty, I usually like, if I leave the house, I'm trying to do multiple things. So I'm like, I'm gonna go work out, then I'm gonna go to the grocery store, you know, do something. So if I can't wash my face immediately, I spray this on, because my chin especially, and around my hairline, love to break out the fastest. And this is basically like a disinfectant spray for your face. And now I am not a skincare influencer, so I will not be wasting product just to show you, because people will just be spraying to show you the mist. Just believe me, this is a great fine mist, and that this is a great thick gel consistency. But I'm not just gonna be putting stuff to be wasting product, boo. No, like, I think this is a really great priced brand, but I'm still not wasting no product, right? Two other staples that are running low. Look at her. That I use every day. I use this hydrating toner. This is from Paula's Choice. This is for dry, very dry. So enriched calming toner. I tried this viral one from Bioma, I think is the brand, that people were like, oh, if you like this, go use that one. Hated it. Hated it. Everything will not be for you, but that's part of trying skincare. That's something else I forgot to say. Skincare is trial and error. I can look at people who will say they have similar skin issues to me, similar skin concerns. They used this product, now they love this product, and I may not love that product, or it may not work for me. So unfortunately, it really is trial and error. And if you have sensitive skin, you have to be more careful. But usually testing it, like at least on your hand, can sometimes give you an indication if it's gonna work for you. But you can do all the research and try to find ones by dermatologists and by people who have similar skin conditions to you and all of those things, and it still may not work out for you. So I'm so sorry to tell you, if you can find a brand that has a travel size or like a sample size, I know Paula's Choice does that. They have a lot of small, like you can get a lot of their products in basically travel sizes to try them out first. That would be the best, because it's so frustrating to have to spend money on a product, the full thing, and then it doesn't work for you. But I love this toner, okay? Hydration. And I love this. Again, I love glycerin. I'm dry. This is super saturated barrier. This is 30% glycerin. It's a great like sticky, you know, everybody and their mama using snail mucin, and I used it too, but I was like, I didn't love it. This is what I use that for after toning, and just like locks in the moisture. Oh God, I'm running low. I just fucking love this. And from this same brand, Experiment, someone asked me before my lip combo, like I had on lip gloss, the one I put on earlier in the video, which I don't know where, oh, okay. So Experiment, this is their, what's it called? Software This is my favorite. And then this is just the e.l.f. lip oil. Glow Reviver lip oil. This is like my go-to combo, right? So these are like some of my staples. Okay, back to stuff, right? Let's go back to the stuff. Rent. We don't even, let's not fucking even with rent and luxury apartments. Okay. Okay. We really, we need these things. And I know that under this administration, we're not getting any of this. But we need rent caps. It's ridiculous how they can just keep on, they just keep raising the price and they don't change anything. I'm like, you didn't change anything. Someone said Girl Scout cookies. I understand inflation, but god damn, $6. And some of them cookies some of those boxes have not a lot of cookies in them. I haven't had Girl Scout cookies in like maybe 2 years, but I remember the last time I got, I think the lemon ones. And I was like, okay, these cookies are good, but why are there so few cookies in this box for $6? Whatever. Okay, clothes, life in the US. Yes, concerts. We must. Why is seeing a musical act a luxurious experience now? This is ridiculous. 2 of the most expensive concerts I've been to were not in the US. So it was not through Ticketmaster, and that was to see Adele 2 times. She's my all-time favorite, so it was still stressful to get those tickets, right? But now it's like you're trying to get a pre-sale code. It's like if you have American Express, you can get it, or if you have Chase, or if you have Verizon, or if you have something, you get a pre-sale code to try to get the tickets. But then it doesn't even seem like having the pre-sale code is really worth it because those prices are so fucking ridiculous. And the dynamic pricing, again, with this administration, I know nothing's gonna change, but we have to take down Ticketmaster. Dynamic pricing on Uber, dynamic pricing on groceries, dynamic pricing can kiss my ass. It is evil. It is ridiculous. No ticket in the nosebleeds in these stadiums, okay? In these massive, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, when you're basically touching the stars, if you're in the last row, those tickets should not be above $25. So sorry, don't care who you are. Beyonce, Adele, Taylor Swift, them tickets should not be above $25. You basically in the parking lot, but inside and really high up. That's crazy. None of those tickets should be starting above $100. I am so sorry. That is insanity to me. The range of prices I've seen for people trying to get Beyonce tickets is crazy. And then just like trying to get them this is really with anything that goes on a pre-sale that's popular is fucking bots. And I don't know a way that they can be stopped because obviously they have all of those things to like confirm you're a human, but I guess people have ways around those. But again, it just makes me so mad that human beings are so selfish and so terrible. There are genuine fans who just want to get a ticket or 2 or however many they're buying to actually go see and experience their favorite artist. And there's assholes out here who are like, I built this thing to buy up these tickets and then I'm gonna resell them. It's the same in sneakers. Any resale culture is a disease. And now I have bought books special edition and resold them on Pango. But that's not my job. I'm not sitting here like buying every single fucking book to try and resell it. Like it just is annoying. Okay. And I don't know, I've heard mixed things that some artists do have control over whether the dynamic pricing is on. I don't know if that's true. If it is, that's even more fucked because why would you do that? Especially when you're already super successful, super wealthy, just had a tour last year. I hope that's not true, but if it is, that is just so messed up because it's so rude. These people are going, especially with this concert, but not all concerts, right? Concerts will be world tours, but they don't go to most continents. So people have to travel. I remember when the first Adele, it was for her album 25. I tried to get tickets in the United States. In multiple states I did not live in. And they added shows to London for like her last shows. I was lucky to get those. But so people usually are traveling, right? Because everyone does not live in a major city that these concerts go to. So people are not only buying the ticket, they're paying for the expense to get there, whether that's driving or flying. Then they have to pay for lodging. If you have to pay food, just eating in the location. I'm not even talking about the concert. If you want to buy food or drinks there, my Lord. And then merch. Also, because I am someone who goes to a concert, I want to get a t-shirt or a sweatshirt that says I was there, even though they're so expensive, but it's still like, I want to remember this moment, right? Something I could put on my person forever. So you're getting all this fucking money. You're paying all this money. Sorry. So ridiculous. Some other ones were shrinkflation, which is a big one. I'm so sick of it. I don't, they think they're slick, but I'm so sorry. I was raised with a mama. I was going to the grocery store with her and I was watching her look and compare ounces and weights to prices. So I know Kellogg's, that the size of the cereal, the box, okay, is different. I look at the weights, Betty Crocker, there's less product in this box and it's the same price, if not more. It's getting ridiculous. I've been buying these rolls, Sister Schubert. I know they used to touch the outside of the pan. Why are they not touching the outside of the pan now? Why do we have to continuously be scammed? It does not make any sense. The companies are still profitable. They still make millions upon billions of dollars from us with giving us the product that we want. Give us the product at the quantity that we had it at, but they are so fucking greedy. They're like, we want more. 5 more pennies here. Take 10 dimes here. We need to shrink this here. We want more. And it's never to give to the fucking employees. That's for the CEOs of the goddamn top to be like, I need to buy another yacht. I hate it so much. Phones. And obviously I know these phones do a lot. They're like a little mini computer, but I just think fondly back to the days when I thought it was a lot of money to upgrade $200 with Verizon to get a new phone. And those phones had personality, honey, okay? Everybody didn't have the same phone. I was like, you got an LG chocolate. Ooh, you have an LG Voyager. Ooh, you got a Sidekick. Like, phones had personality, and now we all have the same phone, and it costs more than a goddamn laptop. It's so ridiculous. Flying. Don't get me fucking started on flying. And so as someone, again, I grew up, we didn't have a lot of money. If we went anywhere, it was by car, and we were staying in the Southeast. So I did not fly until I was out of high school. I was 19. And so this is a post 9/11 world that I have flown in. But in that time, it's just like the seats are just, I'm like, and I am an average size person. I'm 5'5", an average weight, and I feel uncomfortable. So I'm just thinking of anyone who has a larger body than me, who is taller than me. Oh, I feel so bad for tall people in economy, because it's never my issue of like not being able to stretch out my legs, right? Or like my knees aren't up here just sitting in economy. But just like trying to put your seatbelt on when you're next to a person is already just like, oh my God, if you stretch, you're going to elbow the person next to you. It is so ridiculous. The prices, and they're able to, you're going on there, you're like, oh, I want to sit on the aisle above seat 20. I want to sit between seat 10 and 20. They're like, that's going to be $30 extra. Oh, don't want to sit at the window. That's going to be $35 extra. That's crazy. That is crazy to me. And then they're like, then don't give me with the check bags. One, they used to be $25. Now they're like 30, 35, 40, depending. If you buy a basic economy, bitch, we're already in economy, but now there's basic economy. Don't buy a basic economy ticket, because then your check bag can sometimes be $60. And this is each way. I'm sick. And I know a lot of people are like, just pack and carry on. Look, sometimes you're going somewhere, you need to check a bag, okay? I am a dry bitch, okay? I like to take my skincare with me. But if I can, I do have little bottles, or I have sample size, or like the travel size that I will take. But body lotion, okay? The little bottle of body lotion is never gonna be enough. I wanna bring my full bottle of body lotion. When is the last time they even reviewed these goddamn guidelines for these liquids? I'm not making anything dangerous in my lotion. I just don't want to be ashy. So then I have to buy lotion where the place I go, then I don't use it all, and then I can't bring it back. I'm wasting money. Someone said furniture, appliances, housing, clothes, insurance. Don't even. We're not even gonna talk about insurance because that will send me to the moon. We cannot fucking do it. We cannot fucking do it. But yeah, furniture. I'm like, okay, I want to invest in pieces that are gonna last a long time, but god damn. Even when we were buying a new couch, I was like, god damn, couches cost what? IKEA was supposed to be affordable. Every time I look at IKEA's website now, I'm like, excuse me, do y'all know who you are? Most of this shit is made out of particle board. Like, they have some nicer pieces because I do have IKEA shelves in my room that are not the Billy bookcases, but I'm like, who are you? The prices in IKEA have soared. It's crazy. You need to remember your roots and who you are. Pause. Okay, some other staples. Unfortunately, Dr. Dennis Gross. I say unfortunately because he hot. But I love these peeling pads. Yes. And then I love this texture removal serum. This is probably one of the most expensive products that I use. I still use TRETINOIN, right? I have this prescription. And I still use it, not on the same nights, I alternate. But I still feel like this one is doing more for me than this prescription of TRETINOIN. But this is stupidly priced. I did get it when it was on sale, but it is so good. Like, I feel like instantly, and then the next day I'm feeling glowy. This is my favorite moisturizer. This is by Caudalie. It's the Vino Perfect moisturizer. Again, she's very expensive. I try to buy them when they're on sale, but I just feel like the glow is unmatched. But I do have other moisturizers that I use, like a different one in the daytime. I usually put this one on at nighttime because she feels very nice and she sits on the skin so well. So I think lastly in skincare, when I am especially having a lot of chin acne, I use this PANOXYL Benzoyl Peroxide. I use the 10%. I know they have a less percent. Some people say the 10% was too much for them. I use this one. I keep it in the shower though, because if I don't, I will ruin more towels because this will bleach your towels. And I have already done that. So I keep it in the shower. You can also put this on your pits and let it sit there for a while. That's another thing is I think people put skincare on too quick and wash it off. Even with something like a cleanser like this, a gentle cleanser, I put it on and I'm manipulating it into my face for at least a minute, and I usually let it sit for a minute, but this I let it sit for longer. So I put it on when I first get in the shower and I'll let it sit on my face. Again, I can handle that because I don't have sensitive skin. Or put it on your pits and let it sit there for a few minutes before you wash it off, so you're giving the ingredients time to work. But I don't use this every day. This is when it's acting up. And then another thing I use, because I have a lot of hyperpigmentation on my chin from just acne scars, and that is Faded by Topicals. Now, she does not smell good, but I feel like this is one of the best things in conjunction with everything else. And of course, sunscreen. That has helped me fade the dark spots on my chin, but of course, sunscreen, okay? Now, we are being... So this one is a Korean sunscreen. This is Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel 50 plus. There's like 4 pluses. They now have a US version, but it's like SPF 30 and it doesn't have all the extra pluses. But other ones like Beauty of Joseon also have a US version, because I guess it's getting harder for them to get that into the US because the US has not updated our sunscreen filter since like the 1990s. And we're behind, and that's why, especially if you have melanin, they don't work as well on our skin. And so for me, no white cast. I have very sensitive eyes. I don't find any irritation with this, and I just ordered 4 more bottles, and luckily I did get the Korean version, not the American version. But I've seen retailers, or like the brand itself, Beauty of Joseon, who's no longer, if you're in the US and you're ordering online, you're gonna have to get the US version. I don't want that because they're not as good. These are, and I've tried a lot. I do love Beauty of Joseon. There's some other ones. I like the Scintella, Skin 1001, but this is my girl. This is my go-to. And if you do buy this, make sure you get the watery sun gel, because they have another one, I can't remember what it's called, and I accidentally bought that one time and it was way thicker and it was a struggle. Incredible. But like, so if you're gonna do all of the skincare, none of it matters if you do not wear sunscreen. Like, you're indoors, light still filters in. I have on sunscreen right now, I'm inside. But I wear sunscreen every day. I mean, there's just no, why am I trying to brighten and reduce dark spots and then I'm not using sunscreen, the thing that's like gonna make that worse? Come on. So those are all my skincare products. As for makeup, again, it's very lackluster and minimal because I just don't know a lot. I bought this 2020. I still have it. It's this True Complexion Contour Palette. Yeah. I use her. I use the highlighter. Sometimes I'll put it on my eye as some eyeshadow. I do have some Juvia's Place eyeshadows, but like, I don't know, this is very simple. I look like for a concealer, I have this L'Oreal Paris True Match. I really like this mascara that I have. It's a Limitless Lash Mascara from ILIA. That's what I have. I also use this from e.l.f. It's just like a clear gel you can use on your eyelashes or for your brows. I use this e.l.f. Power Primer. And basically as my foundation, I use this skin tint from Glossier. That's my go-to. And then again, like, I do have a one of the Fenty lip glosses. I think it's like in Choco Bomb or Choco Wow or something. I do like that one. I have some other like tinted chapsticks or lip glosses, but this e.l.f. lip oil is my favorite along with this lip gloss. But yeah, that's really it. So I'm sorry, that's really lackluster, but I keep trying, I'll try to learn makeup and I just get frustrated. So that's all I'm doing at the moment. Although I would love to learn more. So, you know, the occasion where I want like a full beat, like I really want to learn how to do like a wing eyeliner. I would really love to do that. I tried one time and I was like, girl, and I sat myself back down. But anyway, all of this to say is that skincare, again, is going to vary person to person. It's trial and error. Some of us are genetically, you know, blessed in that area where we don't have acne. Sometimes you do need medical assistance from like a dermatologist and something like they may have to, I know people who've had success on Accutane. I didn't have to do that. So I just wanted to be honest that I don't fight a lot of that. And then obviously lighting, but I do think a lot of these products do help for certain things. And I know that it's like, we're gonna age, right? But if I can minimize the wrinkles and sun damage, then I want to do that. And I don't feel guilty doing that. So I need to remember to reorder these products. But those, I'll list them all below, the things that I mentioned in this here video. And if you have any skincare things you swear by, please share. And maybe when I get me some extra change, I can try out something new. I'm gonna just go through a couple more of these because this video's already at 33 minutes. Streaming services, especially with all the fucking ads. And I saw a TikTok where someone was reading off an update from Hulu that said some of their programming may require ads even on their ad-free tiers. The fuck you mean? Why would somebody be paying $20 a month for ad-free and then put an ad in it? Amazon Prime? You raggedy ass bitches. Was all supposed to be ad-free and now I got fucking ads. I'm not upgrading. I'm not upgrading. I think the only thing I don't have ads on, well, HBO Max and then Netflix, because I don't pay for Netflix, Andrew does. But I'm like, the rest of them, I'm gonna just have to watch the ads. But it's crazy. All of these, okay, we had Netflix, then Hulu came out. Okay, HBO Max, Prime. That was enough. Now everybody and their mama, Peacock, Paramount, Discovery Plus, all these, everybody and their mama getting on a different goddamn app. And it's so annoying when there's like a show from, excellent show, but you'll see it on Amazon and it's like, oh, but you have to buy it through AMC Plus or FX Plus or something. So you have to get another subscription. I'm sick of it. It's just like, oh my God. And the freaking streaming services just deleting content. They're like, oh, well, we're just gonna delete this, or canceling half their shit after one fucking season. What the fuck, bitch? Everybody couldn't get to it in the first couple months. You know how people stumble on stuff later on? Oh, I'm sick of it. Some people said food in general. A lot of people said fast food. But like dine-in restaurants, I don't have a great opinion on that because I don't go to a lot of places here. I think there is a great pizza place here. It's like a pizza place brewery that's really good. It's just far away. I don't go often. I love Texas Roadhouse. I'm simple. But the in-person dining experience, I feel like I just don't eat out a lot anymore. But I have heard that. And I feel like the world had to adjust in 2020, right? And I just don't know if it ever went back. And I don't know if you remember, one of my Yapcasts weeks ago, maybe months ago, was talking about how people online were like, you don't owe people to be, like good customer service or to be kind or say hello when you're working in these positions. And I feel like that shows itself so much in like dining, because you're like, okay, well, like, I don't know, because I used to be a server for a lot of my life. And I know that it is, let's not even talk about tipping culture. Oh my God, I was just watching a video on tipping fatigue from the Financial Diet. Great video, you should watch it. And it's so annoying to think you have to put on this performance and like bow to everyone's whim just to try to get a couple dollars, because so many places you're not making a livable wage. You're literally only being paid by tips. But it's also like, I don't need you to go above and beyond. Just like pretend you don't hate me when you come up to the table. I don't know. So many people said insurance, and I'm like, let's not even. But the last one, because general existence, groceries, books, y'all. I went to Barnes & Noble, mainly to browse because I had to go out of my way to go over there. It's not close to me. And I was just like looking for some of the nonfiction books that I wanted to read. And I was like, this paperback is $25. Yeah, the price of books is crazy. The price of books is crazy. $30, $35 for a new hardback, bitch. And as someone who tries not to buy books on Amazon, because I'm human. The urge is there, but I'm like, no. I'm either gonna buy it from Bookshop or I'm gonna buy it from Barnes & Noble, but goddamn, the price is making it hard. So I just have not bought a lot of books lately for that reason. But yes, clothing, restaurants, everything. And the last thing I'll say is subscriptions. Subscriptionification of life is the pits. Some versions of BMWs, apparently you have to pay monthly for heated seats. What? Is it HP printers? Your printer can be full of ink, but if you're not paying their subscription fee, it won't work. Your own printer in your own home, that you bought won't work because of a subscription. Obviously, we have streaming platforms, Adobe and all of their fuck shit being subscription, Microsoft Office. I miss when you could go buy the disc and then you could just put it into every fucking computer. Can't do that. You gotta pay a subscription. So ridiculous. I hate it. Just let people buy things outright. I feel this way, especially with newspapers online, because sometimes there's an article. I understand that writers want to get paid, and I would gladly pay you, but I don't want to do a subscription. Why can't there be a one-off fee to be like, you pay $5 for today and you can read all these articles, or pay $1 for this article or something. I don't want to subscribe. I don't want to download an app. I just want to be able to say, I want to consume this one thing. Let me consume this one thing. Subscription for hatch alarms, for Ring doorbell cameras. I'm sick. And here's the thing. I know I'm at 40 minutes. This is usually double the time I like to go on these, but much to say. I don't know how we make any change where when the America has successfully, like I said before, pitted us against each other. They've made individualism the modus operandi of America, where so many people are just like, I'm worried about me, not about anybody else, that it makes it really hard to have a meaningful boycott of these things, to not purchase these things and show the company, make the company lose profit. So they're like, okay, well, let's put back in that 1 ounce that we took out. Let's actually not do dynamic pricing. But people are still gonna buy the tickets. I think a lot of it comes down to the world fucking sucks. I want a treat. Oh well, I'll make the money back. And like, this is a once in a lifetime experience for some people, although a lot of people have seen Beyonce like 3 or 4 times. I'm just specifically talking about Cowboy Carter. And then other things, like, people are like, why aren't people protesting in the US? And we have a really terrible job economy, like market right now, where people don't want to lose their job. Protesting, like, you don't have protections to, if something happens, or to take off work, if you don't have the PTO, you don't have sick leave. Like, there's all of these things. America has so successfully backed us into a corner that we have none of this, and then we don't have true community support. So if you did go protest and you lost your job, that you know your neighbors would help feed you or help take care of your kids or whatever. We don't have any of that. So therefore, like, and I still do what I can, right? Like 2023, with all their union busting, I haven't been to a Starbucks since. McDonald's, have not been to McDonald's since. Target with their bullshit. I'm like, okay, well, Target was convenient for me to go. I don't need to go there anymore. But everybody can't. And a lot of people won't do that because we're also in the, well, me. I need to have some joy in my life, which is valid. Okay, that's how I feel about my sweet treat at night. So I won't let this thing, like, they might have rolled this thing back, but I'm not going to let people take my joy from me. I still want to go in Target and buy candles. So it's just like, I just don't know how we will ever see any change, because truly, for any change to happen in this country, it will take someone with a lot of, like, more money than the people with the most money, and or, I really think it's or, violence. And again, the people are not willing to throw the first stone, to start a protest, or all of these things when you might be killed. Our police are trigger happy here in America. I don't know if you know that, especially if you, we don't want to put ourselves on the line. I don't want to do that. I don't want to die. It's like, why would I die for this country? What have they done for me? I don't want to go to jail. So it's like, we're backed into this corner. They've got us exactly where they want us, where it's like, well, I'm trapped here in this misery. I might as well be able to watch my favorite TV show and go to this concert and buy these things. And the corporations are just gonna be like, they're gonna keep buying it. So we're just gonna keep lowering the quality or quantity and increasing the price. And no one's wages will go up to match that. I hate it here. So that was my yapping. Hope you enjoyed. Also, just another thing is, just remember that it's easy to fake stuff on the internet, not just like showing you like someone's like skin may look better in certain lighting. Think about bodies. People can suck in, you can flex, you can put on leggings to suck in your tummy, you can pose a certain way to make your butt look a certain way. Like, there's just people buying things. You don't know if they have the money or they're in crippling credit card debt. Like, we just have to be aware that everything is not always as it seems. That's all. So thank you for watching. Stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreen. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Can't waste no damn product. You ain't got time for that now. No.